Fatima was born in a small village in Pakistan, where life was marked not only by economic and educational hardships, but also by deep-rooted societal constraints, especially those imposed on women. In a home steeped in traditional values and strict gender roles, girls were rarely encouraged to dream big or to pursue higher education. Yet even from a very young age, Fatima felt a spark of hope burning within her. She believed that education was the key to breaking free from the limitations that bound her and to opening the door to a world of endless knowledge and opportunity. Every morning at 5 a.m., before the first light of dawn crept through her window, Fatima would rise with determination. In the quiet pre-dawn hours, she dedicated a few precious moments to meditation, a time when the soft call of the early morning mingled with the distant sound of the mosque's adhan and the gentle whispers of nature. Sitting in a peaceful corner of her modest home, she closed her eyes, took deep, mindful breaths, and repeated silently to herself, "I can overcome. I am not defined by these limitations." These meditative moments filled her with inner strength and prepared her mentally for the day ahead. After her brief period of meditation, Fatima helped her family with the morning chores, preparing breakfast, tidying the house, and lending a hand wherever it was needed. Despite the daily routines and responsibilities that could have easily overwhelmed her, she clung to a vision far greater than the confines of her small village. Fatima's dream was to gain admission to a prestigious university in Europe or America, a dream that promised a way out of the cycle of restrictions that had long governed her life. At school, Fatima's passion for learning shone through. Her teachers marveled at her unwavering dedication and the brilliant light in her eyes as she absorbed every lesson with enthusiasm. She was not merely a passive learner, she actively engaged in class discussions and strived to excel in every subject. Her relentless commitment led her to achieve outstanding grades, and soon her teachers began writing heartfelt letters of recommendation that spoke of her potential and resilience. Throughout the day, Fatima meticulously balanced her time between studies, helping her family, and nurturing her spiritual practice. She carried a small journal everywhere she went, a cherished book in which she recorded her daily reflections and moments of gratitude. In its pages, she detailed everything from the long hours spent poring over textbooks and practicing for standardized tests like the SAT and TOEFL, to the small yet significant victories that reminded her she was one step closer to realizing her dream. Every written word served as a reminder that even the smallest progress could mark the beginning of a great transformation. Perhaps the most daunting challenge Fatima faced was the societal constraint imposed on her, simply because she was a woman. In her community, a woman's place was often confined to the private sphere, and discussing ambitions or dreams publicly was sometimes seen as rebellious. Fatima, however, refused to let these outdated beliefs confine her spirit. In moments when criticism or discouraging remarks about her aspirations echoed around her, she would retreat into her meditative practice. There, in the quiet solitude of her thoughts, she reaffirmed her self-worth and thanked the universe for granting her yet another day to pursue her destiny. In the reflection of her modest mirror, Fatima saw not a girl limited by society's expectations, but a young woman with the power to transform her fate. In her daydreams, she envisioned herself walking through the grand halls of a renowned university, where the bright classroom lights and encouraging words of esteemed professors awaited her. These vivid mental images filled her with an indescribable motivation, a silent promise that each day, every small effort, and every moment of gratitude was a step toward a future unburdened by past constraints. As the day came to a close, Fatima would once again find solace in her evening meditations. In those quiet moments before sleep, she would recount the day's challenges and victories, expressing heartfelt gratitude for every lesson learned. Though the path ahead was fraught with real-world obstacles, rigorous exams, fierce competition, and the constant need to outperform expectations, she clung to the belief that every hardship was simply a stepping stone toward her ultimate goal. The dim light of her humble room, Fatima's heart whispered a constant refrain. "I am worthy of change. I have the power to rewrite my story. With every sunrise, her resolve grew stronger, her spirit more determined to shatter the barriers that had held her captive for so long. And so, armed with unwavering determination, daily meditation, and an unshakable sense of gratitude, Fatima continued her journey. One mindful breath, one dedicated study session, and one grateful heart at a time. After years of relentless effort and countless nights spent studying by the dim glow of a flickering lamp, Fatima's dream finally edged toward reality. The long-awaited acceptance letter from a prestigious European university arrived like a breath of fresh air, transforming not only her life but also uplifting the hearts of her family and community, those who had once seen her only through the lens of limitation. On the day she received the news, Fatima awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. Bathed in the soft glow of early morning light, she sat by her small window and meditated once more, letting gratitude flow from her soul. Every struggle, every sacrifice has led me to this moment, she whispered in silent reverence. That day, the promise of a new beginning filled her with an excitement that was palpable in every heartbeat. Entering the university was like stepping into an entirely new universe, a realm where the rigid confines of her past were replaced by corridors brimming with possibility, where the walls of lecture halls shone with the brilliance of knowledge, and where mentors and professors recognized and celebrated her unwavering perseverance. In her classes, Fatima quickly emerged as a beacon of inspiration. Her exceptional grades and earnest participation earned her not only accolades, but also heartfelt encouragement from professors who saw in her the embodiment of determination and hope. Yet, the university was not solely an academic sanctuary for Fatima. It became a fertile ground for personal and spiritual growth. Amid the flurry of lectures and group projects, she carved out time for her cherished practice of meditation. Every evening, within the modest confines of her dorm room, Fatima would close her eyes, breathe slowly, and enter a state of profound calm. These moments of quiet reflection were sacred rituals that reconnected her to the inner strength which had carried her through years of hardship. With each session, she expressed deep gratitude for the progress she had made, thanking the universe for every challenge overcome, every lesson learned, and every opportunity to grow. In the vibrant environment of the university, Fatima embraced her role as an active participant in every aspect of campus life. Whether in spirited classroom discussions or dynamic group projects, she never hesitated to share her perspective, a perspective shaped by years of overcoming societal restrictions and personal struggles. Her unique insights, born from the struggles of a young woman who had battled traditional norms, resonated deeply with her peers. Many were inspired by her story, her voice echoing the sentiment that the barriers imposed by society were meant to be challenged and overcome. As Fatima navigated this new world, she also became a vocal advocate for change. In various seminars and workshops dedicated to personal development and empowerment, she spoke passionately about the transformative power of meditation and gratitude. Every one of us, she declared, holds the key to our own liberation. It is through consistent self-reflection, gratitude for even the smallest victories, and the courage to dream big that we break free from the shackles of the past. Her words ignited sparks of hope among many young women who, like her, had been conditioned to accept limitations. Fatima's presence on campus became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a living, breathing example that, with perseverance and faith in oneself, the impossible can be transformed into reality. In her classes and extracurricular activities, Fatima's professors took special notice of her potential. They provided her with opportunities to work on advanced projects and research initiatives, each one a stepping stone toward a promising future. Fatima thrived in this nurturing academic environment, where every lecture and every challenging assignment was met with the quiet confidence of a woman who had already triumphed over adversity. The accolades and high grades she earned were not just academic achievements. They were symbols of her relentless commitment to self-improvement and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. Every night, as she lay in her modest dorm room, Fatima would revisit her journal, the same cherished book in which she had once recorded the quiet moments of gratitude from her humble beginnings. Now its pages were filled with dreams taking flight, notes about insightful lectures, sketches of future projects, and reflections on the daily meditations that had become her anchor. With every written word, she celebrated her journey and reaffirmed her belief that she was no longer confined by the limitations of her past. Standing at the threshold of a future filled with promise, Fatima knew that the challenges ahead were real and formidable. Yet, with each breath of gratitude, each moment of meditation, and every step taken with resolve, she soared closer to a life unburdened by the constraints of yesterday. Fatima had not only earned her place in a prestigious university, she had also become a beacon of hope and empowerment for countless others. In every lecture, every conversation, and every silent moment of reflection, she embodied the spirit of transformation, a testament to the power of faith, hard work, and the boundless potential of a grateful heart. And so, Fatima's journey continued, a journey where every obstacle was transformed into an opportunity, every challenge into a lesson, and every day into a celebration of the freedom and beauty that arise when one dares to dream beyond the limits.